Well, I mean, they're tricky. I'm a little bit biased when it comes to the sand because I loved the sand. I grew up in it, and I would be for it because it would give me an advantage. I understand the downsides of it, especially if you consider what happened last week. But I do think the sand corner was good after the finish. But again, I'm probably the wrong guy because I'm biased, and I like the sand.
So I love sand. The thing is sand in Supercross is quite a bit different than the sand I grew up on. I'm a Florida boy, so love the soft dirt. But I would say the biggest thing is that we're running Supercross suspension in this sand, so the bike doesn't ever work good. I do think it's really good for the fans, though. Tampa this past weekend, I know we had a lot of chaos in the sand. I was a part of it, but I still think it was an awesome sand section. A lot of time to be made up and lost there. So overall, I think sand is not a bad thing. I know a lot of people complain about it, but I think it's good just maybe not every single weekend. Maybe switch it up, try it out here and there. But yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh, I love them. Yeah, they're the greatest thing ever. Absolutely kidding. Just never, ever, ever do it ever again. I'd be so happy. Like that shit over there. That stuff. Nobody likes it. There's nobody in the paddock that likes the sand section. It just makes everything dirty. That's my opinion.
I personally really like them. It's a different, really different obstacle, especially last weekend. It was kind of hectic, really deep, but like for the most part, they've been really good and quite a bit of a separator. Some people just can't handle it, some people can. So I love them. I think continue keeping them going. And it looks like for a lot of rounds that there's going to be sand.
I think it should be kind of like a special occasion. I think it gets overdone when it's done every weekend. I think we should definitely have them, but kind of on special occasions like Daytona, it's cool to have a sand section. So I think we should save them for special rounds.
I mean, I don't really mind them, but I'm not a fan of like a sand rhythm section. But like a sand turn is not, I mean, it's nothing special. But I mean, I wasn't a fan of last weekend, but I mean, we all had to do it, right?
I think they're great. I think they're really technical, and I personally struggle a little bit, but I think it's good. I think it's something that if you're not aware of it, if you're not focused, it takes you down for sure.
I used to hate the sand corners and more enjoy the sand straightaways just because the sand corners normally end up as like a inside-outside funnel, but I feel like they've done a pretty good job this year making the inside-outside both usable to create passing options and everything, and it's kind of not like the sand straightaways. So yeah, that's my take on that.
I like sand. It's definitely tricky, sand and the whoops are passing opportunities, places where you can make mistakes. So I think it makes for good racing, and when I watch the races back from old races, it was always watching the whoops and watching the sand sections. It was something really cool. So I like them.
Interesting. I know that there was a lot of sand in Tampa, so now everybody's all up in arms about it. But here's interesting. The days before that, I actually did a podcast with the folks at LitPro, and LitPro is this little GPS device that a lot of the bikes have, and they also look at the timing loops on the track. And what they found is sand provides maybe the most separation in speed between riders lap to lap. So it's an odd thing that I feel like most people are asking for tracks that produce separation, places for riders to make up ground if they get a bad start, maybe even make a pass. Sometimes the sand sections become one line and there isn't passing, but they do gain and lose a lot. So to take that out, when we're begging for tracks that add obstacles that provide separation, doesn't really make that much sense to me. They say the sand and whoops are about equal in how the difference between a slow rider and a fast rider is, and it varies lap to lap. So who doesn't love it?